Welcome in Aquarius to Great Awakener Ether Realm. My name is Kimberly, and I'm going to do an astrological report for the week of January 27th to February 2nd. Now, I want to start off by apologizing. After I did my video last week, I realized that it said water over here. I most definitely know that Aquarius is an air sign. I'm an Aquarius myself, so that was embarrassing. So I apologize for that. But I promise I do know that we are not a water sign, even though we are called the water bearer. I know there's a lot of confusion. But anyway, back to the report. We start off with the moon in Capricorn on Monday. Capricorn is the 12th house. Subconscious, dreaming. It's the house of rest. You're hidden, anything that you hide from other people. Sometimes things that are hidden from you, with psychology being in there. So you're probably coming out of a restful period by this time. If you can keep from going to work, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't mind, right? Darn Mondays. So the moon is going to come in and do a sextile to Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is the natural ruler of Capricorn, also, our traditional ruler of Aquarius. So you're going to there's a lot of mutual exchange there between Saturn and the moon in Capricorn. So you might be thinking, in your subconscious or your restful period, Pisces is a very dreamy state. And, for us, it's our second house, but it actually it is at the natural ruler of the 12th house. So we have our 12th house sextiling the natural ruler of the 12th house, right? So a lot of dreams, a lot of resting periods for, Monday, okay? At least trying to get some rest in, right? So then we have an opposition between the moon and Mars in Cancer, and then a trine to Uranus in Taurus. Cancer is our sixth house. Mars is in retrograde at the moment, been like that since December 6th, and will not come out of retrograde until February 23rd. Cancer is all about, for our sixth house, is all about our work, our daily habits, our health routine. It also kind of represents competition as well, like with sports, okay, which kind of ties into the health aspect as well. So you might be having a bit of a struggle when it comes to possibly your subconscious and maybe health routine or your work. Okay, changing up daily habits. Okay, and then the trine to Taurus, to Uranus and Taurus, which is our ruling sign, is Uranus. That is our home sector. So maybe you might be thinking about working from home, possibly. And then Taurus is also another private house for us. So it's the fourth house and the 12th house, and also the 8th house are the private sectors. So, but then the moon comes in and also makes sextiles to both Venus and Neptune. Again, a lot of dreaminess, a lot of daydreaming, a lot of ethereal. Cancer also has to do with the ethereal. Cancer is the natural ruler of the home, and the moon also rules Cancer. Okay, so a lot of daydreaming, a lot of thinking about what to do next, with your work, with your values, okay, with your home and your family. Okay, so this is a rest period. to, kind of think about things, basically. Okay. So also happening on Monday, we have Mercury coming into our sign of Aquarius, okay, where it makes an immediate conjunction to Pluto. Again, I did go over this the last videos, but Pluto is going to be in Aquarius now for the next 19 years, causing a lot of transformation. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, which is our career and reputation sector. So you might be thinking about changing up careers, which also ties into your work sector, okay? And also, of course, maybe you might be moving your home to start a new career, right? Something to that effect is very possible, okay? Then we have the moon moving into Aquarius, where it's going to make a conjunction to Mercury and Pluto again. So Mercury is the ruler of Gemini and Virgo. Gemini is our 5th house, children, romance, creativity, and Virgo is our 8th house of debt, taxes, sex, death, transformation, intimacy. Okay, so a lot of transformation going on with ruler getting conjunct there, and of course, again, the moon rules Cancer as well. So a lot of transformation going on, and thinking about it, possibly not taking action quite yet, but at least thinking about transforming these sectors. Okay, and of course, the 1st house is all about how you project yourself into the world. Okay, it's so a lot of transforming in that subject as well. Okay, but then we have the moon coming in. We have a new moon on Wednesday the 29th. It will be at 9 degrees. Again, the moon rules Cancer, and the sun, moon's Leo are opposite sign. Now, the sun is in detriment in Aquarius. The sun is all about the ego, being noticed for, the work that you do. And Aquarius is more about humanity, and it is about individuality, but it's within the community. Like, what can you do to help others? What are your special skills that you can use to help others? So the sun is kind of grumpy in Aquarius. It can't do its best work. It can't shine as brightly, but this is your birthday season, our birthday season. So, happy birthday to everybody, okay? So the new moon, if you have your sun or any other planets around 9 degrees, those will be aspected, those will be triggered the most, okay? Then we have the moon coming into a trine with Jupiter. Again, in Gemini is your 5th house, getting highlighted again, okay? Jupiter is also in detriment in Gemini. So you have the 2 biggest planets, the heavy hitting planets of astrology, both in their detriment sectors. As to where Gemini is it's the natural ruler of the 3rd house, where it's all about early learning, community, neighbors, siblings, short distance travel. Jupiter is the natural ruler of Sagittarius and also the traditional ruler of Pisces. It's all about expansion, no boundaries, learning different cultures, long distance travel, learning new languages, okay? Now, Jupiter is in retrograde, but it is coming out here pretty soon on February 4th. So when you have a trine between the sun, well, first the moon and then the sun, it's, you know, it's a close enough aspect to have, obviously with the new moon trining Jupiter, okay? So you have a lot going on here that's going to be lighting up your first house of how you project yourself into the world, and your fifth house of romance, children, and creativity, okay? When the sun comes into trine Jupiter, it's like these two planets are in their detriment. They're kind of grumpy, but it's like they're trines are the best aspect you can get, friendliest, and it's almost like they're reaching out their hand and being like, here, let me help you. You know, let's share some energy between us to try to ramp our energy up a little bit more, right? So that's kind of how you want to look at that. So on Thursday, our planet Uranus is turning direct. That's actually my birthday. So interesting there. At 23 degrees. And this is going, it's, you know, we have the new moon and then we have our planet turning direct. I mean, it's, I can't say this enough, it's just go time. Whatever projects you were thinking of, whatever creative endeavors, projecting yourself into the world, like it's time, okay? So then we have, of course, the sun trine Jupiter is just right after that. And then the moon comes in and squares Uranus the same exact time that Uranus goes direct. like I'm sorry, but it's like perfect timing. Like, yeah. So, you know, again, Taurus is your home family sector. It also has to do with a mother. But maybe you will be doing some creative ventures in your home. You know, maybe you'll be fixing up your home. You know, many different ways that maybe you'll start working from home, okay? Because the moon rules Cancer. Cancer is your work sector, okay? Daily habits. So, yeah, it just comes in, you know, it's very fleeting, but it wakes it up, you know. It helps wake Uranus up just that much quicker, okay? Kind of gives it a kick in the butt. So after that, the moon goes void, of course, from 23 degrees until it hits a square. It goes into Pisces, and it hits a square with Jupiter. So when the moon goes void, of course, it means it's not making any aspects to planets. The moon is very well known for reflecting all of the energies from the other planets, okay? But if it doesn't have anything to reflect, it can just be by itself. And you can just kind of sit in your emotions and not have any like upheaval happening, okay? So there's going to be a little bit of quiet time while the moon transits from Aquarius to Pisces, okay? And then it's going to make a square to Jupiter. Pisces is our second house of values, okay? How you see your self-worth, how you earn your money, how you spend your money. Okay, there's a huge stellium going on in Aquarius, our first house, and Pisces, our second house, squaring, you know, our fifth house. So you might be spending some money on some children, on a creative endeavor. You might be putting more value towards your creativity, okay, towards possibly romance, okay. Jupiter does rule Sagittarius and Pisces. Sagittarius is our 11th house of friends and hopes and dreams and wishes. So there might be something going on with dreams, hopes, and wishes with your children, with romance. You might be starting a romance with a friend, okay. All these scenarios can pop up, okay? It just depends on your situation. So we then have the moon coming into conjunction with Saturn, which again, it is the ruler of Capricorn, but it's also our traditional ruler as well. So we're very comfortable with Saturn, okay? You might be buckling down on spending money, maybe. Might be taking a gander at your self-worth, you know. A lot of things can happen with that as well. Okay. So we then, on Saturday, we have the moon trining Mars in Cancer and sextiling our planet Uranus in Taurus. So yeah, this square going on here, now you have the sextiles and trines. You know, we also had that opposition as well. So, you know, if you had any upheaval, or in our case, Capricorn is more, you know, our rest period. So you're going to be kind of having a rest period. You know, of course, we had this opposition here. And then we go further into the week, and it's more about our values, our creativity, okay? Children, the home, okay? The other thing that's happening on Saturday that I absolutely love, and I don't mind repeating myself on this one, no matter how many people I tell, we have got a conjunction with Venus and Neptune, and then after that, the moon comes right in to join into the conjunction along with the North Node. So 27 to 28 degrees. If you have any planets at those degrees, my rising is actually at 28 degrees, so I find that interesting. Of Pisces is what I mean. If you have any planets at those degrees, those are going to get highlighted the most, okay? This conjunction will never happen again in our lifetimes, okay? The North Node is going to continue moving backwards. The moon, of course, is going to continue to move this way. Venus is going to move into Aries, but then it is going to go into retrograde on March 1st, and then it'll come back into Pisces for a bit. But Neptune is going to be going into Aries March 30th, and then it will be coming back for a retrograde back into Pisces, but then next year Neptune will be in Aries permanently. Okay, so the Neptune's a very slow-moving planet. It takes 165 years, so this aspect will not happen again. The North Node takes 18 years to move around, you know. Venus usually takes about a year. So this alignment is once in a lifetime, okay? So I suggest to enjoy it. This will be happening on Saturday, and of course in Pisces in your value sector, okay? Then we have the moon moving into Aries, where it'll make a sextile to the conjunction. Well, excuse me, Mercury will be about this time will be about 8 degrees. So the moon will be making a sextile to first Pluto, then Mercury, then the sun. Okay, and the sun by this time will have moved on to about 13, 14 degrees. Okay. Very nice aspect. Aries is your third house of community, communication, short distance travel. You know, there might be a lot of communication going on with the way that you project yourself into the world. Okay. I don't know. This weekend it really looks real nice. That's what I've been telling everybody. But for you, it's going to be in the way you project yourself into the world and your value system. You know, with your home, romance, children, creativity, and work, daily habits. Okay. You know, once Mercury goes into Aquarius, like this whole week is just everything is from Aquarius to Cancer, all of the planets. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to leave it there until next week. If you want to know what's going on next week, you're more than welcome to subscribe, like the video, share it, to your other Aquarian friends, right? Um, I do offer personals with astrology, tarot, other healing modalities. I am having a sale on for distance Reiki for $60 for an hour if you want to check out my website. And yes, Reiki does work at a distance. I work on my family members all the time, and they live in different states. You know, people ask me that all the time. So I can work on anybody in the world. Okay? So, with that being said, you are looking like you're first coming out of a resting period, and then it's just like go time for the rest of the week. Okay? But it's a good go time. It's not stressful, you know? So, I hope you have a great week, Aquarius. Okay? Until next time, I will speak to you later. Bye.